Hello there, my Leos, and thank you all so much for joining me yet again for your January 2019 love reading. This is for my Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You can also go ahead and apply it to your Venus or wherever else that you have Leo in your natal chart. I do ask that if this does resonate, you go ahead and click on extended version of your reading. The link can be located in the description box below as well as the comment section below. It can also be located through my website along with contacting me for private readings, and that's through divination.com. Okay, my Leos, let's go ahead and get into your first guided message. You guys have this could be the one. You have this coupled with the moon as well as the Queen of Pentacles, the Seven of Spades, and Judgment. Okay, my Leos, I feel like you guys were in a relationship, a serious commitment. You were with someone who you felt like you can really spend the rest of your life with. You thought this was it. You thought you were done with the dating life, the single life. You thought that this was the one that you can settle with. And I feel like for a long period of time, this person was very trustworthy, somebody that you felt was down to earth, somebody that you can see yourself growing with, having a family with, and vice versa. I feel like they felt the same way about you. But I feel like this person really gave you the nurturing and support that you needed at the time. However, I feel like something changed. With the Seven of Spades showing up here, I feel like you two definitely had some sort of a spiritual or unique connection. However, I feel like this person was hiding a lot from you. And I feel like they may have started to distance themselves, or they may have started to keep you at an arm's length, causing you to have a lot of fears, worries, or doubts with the moon card coming in here. I feel like a lot of you guys may have had some sort of suspicions about what this person was hiding. I feel like you guys had a lot of underlining issues between you two that were left unresolved. And over time, I feel like instead of understanding the truth of the situation or addressing it head on, I feel like you guys looked for quick fixes to your problems. So a quick solution, a quick fix. And I feel like you never really got to dive deep into what was the root of the issue between you two. I feel like over time things just started to like accumulate, and it started to spill over to the point where you couldn't almost like dig yourself out of a hole with this person. Understand that you and this individual did have some sort of karmic ties with one another. This could have led to a lot of unhappiness between you two, frustrations, you two really just being indecisive on whether or not you wanted to work on this relationship, or whether or not you wanted to just break free. But ultimately you had to rely on your inner strength, and you had to look at the situation with honesty and then decide to make a decision to let this individual go. I feel like you and this person did have a life together. You guys did build something together. However, it wasn't meant to be a forever thing. Although it may have felt right at the time, and you two may have made solid plans, possibly even to get married. You may have looked at this individual as a wife, or a husband, or vice versa. They may have viewed you as a wife or as a husband material. Whatever the case may be, I feel like you procrastinated long enough, and ultimately you had to make a judgment call with the Judgment card, and you decided that you had to come off the fence and you had to go through a major ending and ultimately a new transformation. So a lot of you guys are coming out of this situation, and I know it can be frustrating with this being a January 2019 reading. Everybody's looking for a new fresh start, new energy, new messages. However, if you are into astrology like I am, then you know that the actual calendar year starts when Aries season starts, which is the end of March going into April. That's my personal belief. That's why I feel like a lot of individuals are still in the same energy that they were in going towards the end of 2018. Okay. So we're still wrapping up a lot of unresolved issues, to say the least. So with the Judgment card, I feel like you guys are going through a rebirth, a transition from being in something that you thought was permanent, and turns out it was temporary. Okay, so you are going through a rebirth. A lot of you guys are getting in touch or back in tune with your higher calling, or your higher self. So you may be throwing yourself into your craft or your work at this time. You may have been dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. You could have also been dealing with a Scorpio or a Pisces. However, it could be any other sign. So moving on, the center of your reading, which is the heart of the matter, you have healing family issues. You have this coupled with the Princess of Winter, the Devil, the Two of Clubs, as well as the Hierophant. Okay, so you may be discovering that a lot of your underlining issues in your partnerships may stem from your upbringing or your childhood, how you seen your parents interact with one another. You may also be receiving some sort of shocking news with the Princess of Winter. That's kind of hard to process or hear in regards to a parent or your parents. Some of them may be legally married. However, you may be hearing some news that they are divorcing, or that someone, one of your parents may be dealing with some sort of an addiction. Whatever the case may be, I feel like some of you guys are hearing some information that could be difficult to process at first. However, it's somebody's truth, somebody speaking their truth finally. You may have even discovered that when you thought your parents had a happy, solid relationship, that it was really a codependent one, or one that was very toxic for both of them. I feel like this ultimately may have played a major role in the relationships that you may have chosen as well. So at this time, you're being advised that you have to almost face the fact, or face the truth that you learned your love language or your love style from your parents. And a lot of you guys may also be dealing with overcoming codependent relationships or toxic relationships, or relationships where you get so involved with the other person that you lose yourself, or you lose part of your independence or part of your spiritual or religious beliefs because you're so consumed with one another. Okay, so in order to overcome that and heal that, I feel like you have to understand your parents, or understand how you were raised, or understand the way that they loved you. I always say, whenever I see the healing family issues card come up, it's kind of hard to forgive another person until you can almost step into their shoes. So when it comes to your parents or a parent, and their love style and how they may have raised you or treated you, the best way to kind of come to a place of understanding is to understand that they can only love you, or they only can raise you in a way in which they were also loved and raised. Okay, so they're just almost like repeating certain cycles. However, with this placement, Leos, I feel like you guys have the opportunity to break this cycle. However, it's going to require a lot of inner strength. It's going to require patience and understanding, and it's going to require you being the change that you actually want to see. Okay. So with the Hierophant coupled with the Two of Clubs, there's going to be a lot of oppositions. You may feel like you're working against the current when it comes to getting through to a parent, or if it's if this is in regards to your own marriage or relationship. I feel like there's going to be a lot of disappointments that come along with trying to break these chains. You're definitely going to have to express yourself and communicate. And for a lot of you guys, this may be uncomfortable to touch on certain subjects, but I feel like if you take action, the universe is definitely going to be there to back you up. You just have to be courageous. You have to be brave. And you have to face your fears head on. And with that being said, with the Hierophant, I feel like a lot of you guys are becoming more so disciplined in your day-to-day life. I feel like you are becoming more grounded in your spirituality, learning more about yourself, or a religion. Whatever the case may be, I feel like this is definitely going to be almost like your anchor to get you through this rough time. Your guides just want you to know that you're just going through another cycle. Okay, you're going through another cycle, a cycle of changes, and you will find your balance. Okay. So you may be dealing with a Capricorn, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or a Taurus. However, it could be any other sign. Moving on, you guys have playfulness. You have this coupled with the Nine of Autumn, as well as the Strength card. The Joker card of Fate and Destiny and Karmic Reward. And lastly, the Emperor. Okay, so I feel like a lot of you guys may have some sort of a talent or some sort of a gift that you are trying to hone in on or make a career. Doing so, you need to make sure that you are having fun while you're honing in, or like almost like sharpening your craft. I feel like you guys need to make sure you're having fun and not being so serious. Reward yourself for all of your hard work. I feel like a lot of you guys are becoming self-employed, or you're working on being 100% like self-sufficient or self-employed, and you're just cherishing your time alone. I feel like you can also be enjoying or beginning to put yourself out there again and start flirting and enjoying your singlehood. This won't be easy for a lot of you guys, but again, this is a new cycle. It will require inner strength to get through it. I feel like a lot of you guys are just accepting where you are, accepting the space that you are in at this time, understanding more so about yourself, and really what you're made of and what you can do. I feel like a lot of you guys are also becoming more, how do I say it? You're becoming more so a believer in the universe, and you're believing in your process. You're trusting in your process at this time. I feel like a lot of things were revealed to you that were once a secret. And I feel like a lot of the pieces of the puzzle are now coming together. And a lot of you guys are experiencing rewards in your love life, your home life, your career life as well. And it's all because you are submitting to a higher power in your higher self, and you're paying attention to all of the signs that the universe is communicating to you. And with the Emperor, I feel like you are taking leadership over your life. You're embracing change at this time, and you will find stability through your hard work and self-control. A lot of you guys are just really being disciplined at this time. You know what you want, you're going after it, and you're not taking any shortcuts, and you're not taking any no's for an answer. I feel like also there is a new love coming in, and I feel like you will meet this person while you are on your path in pursuing your life dreams or your goals. Okay, but I'll get into that in your extended version of your reading. You may be dealing with another Leo, such as yourself, an Aries, or it could be any other sign. So, my Leos, thank you so much for your love and support. I really do appreciate all of you. And until next time.